Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is now officially 9:20. We are back out of executive session, back in regular session. Coming out of executive session, there is no action to be made, so I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
No action. You didn't ask if we had.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Did you want,
Yes, I told you.
You got an
Said
action
there's
item.
no action.
Councilwoman Morales does want to make a motion coming out of executive.
What?
I make a motion to dismiss our city attorney. I have no confidence in him. He's lied to us, and he's gonna he cost us in the past, and I know, because I've got receipts, by the way, the city money.
That's the motion? Is that what you just said?
Make a motion to dismiss the city attorney.
So we have a motion on the floor to dismiss the city attorney. Is there a second?
Second.
The motion was made by Councilwoman Morales and seconded by Councilman McDonald. Any discussion needed?
Yeah, now
Yes,
this
sir.
this is the craziest thing I ever saw. We ain't going now to do that, to come back here and do this. But Jerry, Mr. Mayor, you know that this is not a good idea. Not just out the blue like this here. Y'all ain't even talked about it. You give me the reason you want to fire him. You can't just fire this man for no reason. She say, you lied? Show me where he lied at. You gotta bring some receipts in here. You gotta bring some proof. Don't just come in here and just say, oh, I'm gonna fire so-and-so because he lied. He lied. No, where they do that at? Do y'all look at the contract? Do you even know if you fire Chris tonight, how much you got to pay him? We just reviewed the contract, but you didn't go all the way down now and then see that part. It's a crazy, boy, only in Freeport. But, hey, if they do this tonight, y'all watch what's gonna happen and the chaos gonna happen when we sitting here with no lawyer. You see how long you weren't even here. How long it took us to find a lawyer? How long it took us to find a lawyer? You talking about the money that he was making. You didn't hear the money that they were asking for when we was doing the interviews. You gonna go by a process when you was here 10 years ago. So all here you talk about, oh, when I was here. Man, nobody wanna hear that when you was here. We talking about what's going on now. It's not no time to just out the blue and come on here and fire no attorney. Because y'all got some grudges y'all trying to hold on to. Y'all trying to, I don't know what you're trying. You got a personal agenda. You got a personal agenda, and your friends want you to fire him. Oh, you got the seat now. You got the power now. That's the problem. Power that went to your head. This is not smart. This is not smart. This is not how you fire nobody. What's the backup plan? Who gonna be the lawyer? We doing a budget right now. How you go through a budget with no lawyer? I tell you, if Freeport do this tonight, watch what's finna happen. Just pay attention to what's finna happen. And the people that vote to fire this man, well, they need to be voted out too. When all hell break loose. And then they start making bad decisions, talking about what they used to do. This is a whole different time here. Ken, laughing. Well, I tell you, Freeport need to come out and start voting. Because your vote do count. Because people getting seats up here for 70 votes and making decisions on your city. Everybody worried about voting for the president. You need to be worried about voting for the council in your city. That's where you're most affected at, right here in your city. That's where you need to start coming out and voting for. Pay attention to what these people are doing. All they do is forming cliques around here. And if you don't go along with what they want to do, then they try to X you out. And nothing is happening here in Freeport. We ain't said nothing. This man just got up here and showed you some money that's been accumulated since he been here. Through him, nothing been accumulated through this council. With the building of the city, the economy, the development, nothing but division. Coming here, oh, we're gonna work together. We're gonna work together. First day, that went out the window. We're gonna work together. Didn't even give it a chance. Oh, it ain't gonna be like it used to be. Doing the same thing. If you can hear how people talk in executive session, then I tell you, we're gonna work together. Disrespectful. It's a shame. Pay attention. Go ahead. I'm done.
Council, anyone else have questions or comments? You know, I have one comment to make. When we interviewed Mr. Duncan for the position, one of the stipulations that was stated was that he would stick to the municipalities, Freeport, Clute, and a couple other municipalities that he assists. And he explained that it was only on a very minuscule basis. And we have found out that he has not stopped in his private practice, which was it was brought up that no, it's not in the contract. And I agree, it's not written in the contract, but it was in the conversation that was had, and that was also why we paid him $15,000 up front, and that was to get off of a trial that he had quite a bit of earnest money. And more than a handful of times, it has been brought up in council whether or not Mr. Duncan was still representing Councilman Pena. Okay, and it was said no, 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 no. Okay, well, he is, and as far as I'm concerned, whenever we discussed hiring him, that was a no-go. It was the city of Freeport, it was the city of Clute. And the other couple cities that he does that, you know, he explained he doesn't do anything but maybe once a month write an email. And we were okay with that. So, council, any other questions or comments?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, see, that's what they do to confuse you. They're talking about, he's still working on a case and we gave him $15,000 to drop a case. Well, okay, clarify it. He dropped that case that he was paid the $15,000 for. You know, he had 3 cases with Councilman Pena, but ding, 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 there it is, Councilman Pena. Because he got a case on there with Olson and Olson and Councilman Pena. That has nothing to do with nothing to do with the city. But he's got 2 other cases that he dropped. With Councilman Pena.
Why
so I am talking, and I did not interrupt you when you was talking. So that's how you do me.
Yes, sir,
so that's how I
Councilman.
want the same respect.
Yes,
Don't interrupt me while I'm talking.
Yes, sir, Councilman.
Thank you, because that's how I would do you. I would say, yes, sir, my bad. That's what it didn't come to. That's what it didn't come to. Too much disrespect going on around here, and you can see the fix. The fight is fixed up here, man. The fight is fixed. Do you mean you gonna tell me that that's a good enough reason to fire him when that's not in the contract? We talked about that. Yes, we did. But he done got rid of several other cases. But just because of that one, and because it got Councilman Pena's name on it, don't forget that. Because it got Councilman Pena's name on it, that they want to fire him. And that's not in the contract. So you didn't break no rules. You just told me you was going to get rid of all of them. But that's how this man eat. We just going to strangle him from eating. You can do nothing else. You going to eat off of what we pay you. You can't make no more money nowhere else. That's what we doing here over one case. And that's not in the contract to say you can be terminated if you do this, if you do not do this. It's crazy.
All right, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care if it's Councilman Pena or Santa Claus. Okay? The discussion was had, and you just admitted it, that you remembered the discussion that was had. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct. And I said it was a discussion that was had, and that still don't mean nothing about no contract.
Well.
If I get a job and I tell you I ain't gonna miss a day of work, but I got sick and I had to miss a day of work, now you're gonna fire me. But I've been here every other day. But it ain't in the contract say you was gonna fire me if I miss a day of work. You can't do it.
So I just want to say for clarification, we're talking about the conversation. And at the time, I said that I had several other cases in private practice, and I was going to wind down my private practice, and I was going to try to finish those cases. And that case was one of the cases that was already pending whenever I made that statement. So I did not say anything untrue. I did not say I will drop all cases tomorrow. I said I'll finish up the cases I have, and I will not be expanding my private practice because I know I will not have time to do a lot of private practice while I work for the city of Freeport. And I believe that I've performed my job for the city of Freeport and have not had any interference from any outside private practice cases that prevented me from doing my work for the city of Freeport.
All right, council, any other questions or comments on this? Hearing none, I will call the vote. All those in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All opposed, state nay.
No. No.
Motion passes 3-2. With that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Motion by Councilwoman Morales. Is there a second? A second by McDonald. All those in favor, state aye. Aye. All opposed, state nay. We are adjourned.